For more than 75 years, the Cathedral of St Francis Xavier has sat proudly at the heart of Geraldton. Despite the decades of change in the town and its eventual transition into a busy city with almost 40,000 residents, the cathedral has always remained an iconic centrepiece. It was designed and built by John Hawes, an English architect who travelled to Rome in 1912 to study the Catholic priesthood. On his arrival, he met William Kelly, the Bishop of Geraldton. Bishop Kelly soon convinced Hawes to join him in Western Australia as a missionary. Of course, Bishop Kelly's request for Hawes to design and build the new cathedral for Geraldton sweetened the deal. John Hawes postponed his plans to return to the Bahamas, where he'd previously been stationed, and moved to WA. While still in Rome, however, at the request of Bishop Kelly, he drew up the original plans for the cathedral. Upon Hawes' arrival in Western Australia, Kelly appointed him as the priest of the parish of nearby Mount Magnet. 5 months later, Hawes returned to Geraldton and began preparation work on the cathedral site. He spent his time organising builders, tradesmen and labourers, whilst ordering materials and helping raise money for the construction. Shortly after, Hawes is appointed as Mullewa parish priest and temporarily relocates to work on the Church of Our Lady of Mount Carmel. At this point in 1917, Hawes amends his original plans for the St Francis Xavier Cathedral to increase the height of the pad the cathedral is built on. This gave the building an even more grand appearance and provided a 2-level section at the rear of the building. The cathedral itself today is a tremendous collaboration of several styles. The front towers were based on the Spanish mission style, whilst the imposing entrance lent itself to the style seen throughout Europe at the time. It would be over 10 years before he returned to concentrate his efforts on the building of the crypt below the cathedral. Today, visitors can access this through the small archway to the right of the sanctuary. Upon descending the tiny steps, it's easy to feel that you're underground. However, the entire crypt is actually above ground completely. It's not until 2 small windows are spotted at the back of the crypt that this is made evident to most visitors. By 1937, after being transferred around the region several times, Hawes was able to focus his attention on completing the cathedral. The dome roof was an area of compromise for Hawes, who originally planned to build the huge dome of bricks and cement render, reminiscent of the great dome of the cathedral in Florence, Italy. However, due to cost limitations, he agreed to the much cheaper and smaller fibro dome that is still intact today. However, the original plans for this grand dome are still in existence. After 23 years of labour, the Cathedral of St Francis Xavier was officially opened by the Most Reverend Redmond Prendeville, DD, in August 1938. Then 62, Father Hawes was humbled by the finished building and thanked the workers and tradesmen for all their efforts. John Hawes later returned to the Bahamas, where he lived out his remaining years working for the church. He passed away on the 26th of June 1956, aged 79, in Miami, Florida. His body was never returned to Geraldton, and his intended tomb remains today. Today, the cathedral seats 800 people and is still a vibrant and intriguing part of Geraldton's landscape. Almost a century after John Hawes first put pen to paper on the plans, the Cathedral of St Francis Xavier still sits proud as ever as part of Geraldton's heritage.